Welcome to the Talk It Out Show. I'm your host, Joanne. We would like to let you know that this show is for entertainment purposes only. You can look us up on Facebook or Twitter with us up at the Talk It Out Show. And if you want to go ahead and email us any of your questions, go ahead and email us at talkitoutshow@gmail.com. And if you go ahead and need some business assistance, any of your questions, please drop P.O. Box. P.O. Box 901043, Fort Lauderdale 97290. Well, as you know, every week I have my panel brother ladies on here. We have Lauren.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
And we have our lovely Lydia.
Hello, everybody.
All right, you guys, it's so good to have you here this week. We want to help one of our listeners out this week. And our listener has written in and says, I have a 3-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son. I told their mother that she cannot come pick them up without asking me. Simply because she never called to check on them. She only wants to keep them on certain days. She stays with someone else, and I have my own house. She's pregnant with one and also has a 1-year-old. She isn't able to come see them or come get them or even call to talk to them. Am I wrong for telling her no? I also was thinking about taking her to court to get full custody. Am I wrong for telling her that as well? I just want to know because her people are looking at me as the bad guy. Am I wrong for bringing these things up? And should I take it further?
Okay.
You want me to read it again?
Yes.
Please, I'll get a pen.
You can tell?
Yeah, I just felt it in my spirit.
Yeah, no.
So I have a 3-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son.
Right.
I told her mother that she cannot come pick them up without asking me. Simply because she never called to check on them. She only wants to keep them on certain days. She stays with someone else, and I have my own house. She's pregnant with one and also has a 1-year-old son. So she has 3 kids along the way. She pops up whenever she feels like it, always has an excuse on why she isn't able to come see them or come get them or even call to talk to them. Am I wrong for telling her no? I also was thinking about taking her to court for full custody. Am I wrong for telling her that as well? I just want her to know because her people are looking at me as I'm the bad guy. Am I wrong for bringing these things up? And should I take it further?
Well, yeah, you have to look at the full picture. You're looking at it one-sided, and I get you on that. I do. I definitely get you on that because you're dealing with your household, and if she says she's going to come at such and such time and she don't come, it brings havoc into your household. So I get that. I definitely get that. And then you're not wrong for trying to get if you feel full custody. She, on the other hand, you have to look on that time. She has she's pregnant, so her body's going through a lot of changes. She got a couple of kids in the home. She's not going to make a lot of appointments. Even if it wasn't you, it's whoever it was. These things will happen in her life because it's hard. She's dealing with a lot of stuff.
Well, she's not in a stable home either. That's the thing. She's not in a stable home. So it's like she's pregnant with the kids and she's not in a stable home.
Okay, well, so she's not in a stable home.
So he got custody of...
No, he's talking about it. The 2 kids he's got that he has by her, he has. And he's got a home and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he's got a home and everything. And everything's fine. But his home is all together. It's fine. But...
Okay.
She's not calling and checking. She's kind of, she's just
well,
not.
She's not calling and checking in as a problem.
She's not. Well, she just kind of random, coming whenever, not really calling and check on them and things like that.
Well, no, because she's secure.
So why would she need to check on them?
Yeah, she's secure with that. With him.
I mean, why would she call and check? I mean, I would be in my feelings if he got custody of the child and the child's with me and you calling to bother me to make sure the child's okay.
Yeah, I would too.
I'm not a stranger.
Right. And
I am the parent.
Yeah, and she's secure with that.
And so I don't see what the problem is with that. I'm a parent.
That she can't come pick them up without calling and asking them as well.
Huh?
She can't come just randomly pick them up without calling and asking them.
Well, I can see the call to see if he's home and stuff like that. Understand that's her child too.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that she loves him, whether you could see it in her actions or not, and that child loves her as well. You gotta, like I said, you gotta look at the whole picture. You can't do that because we're so quick to like, if things are not like what we think is right.
Yeah.
I mean, I when I was raising somebody, you don't really do right because you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this, or you're too strict, you're too this. No, people got everybody got their thing. Everybody got everybody does it their own way. You're more this, that, and the other. But try to be lenient towards her. Try to be a little bit more lenient towards her. She's not the enemy. And that's what I'm feeling through all that is that like she's the enemy. I do this and that and she don't do this. No,
it shouldn't be tick for tack. You're both parents.
Parents, absolutely.
Period. I mean, I don't like it when it's done to a man. So I'm not gonna like it, of course, when it's done to a woman. Mm-hmm. But it's more likely done to men than it is women. So I understand that part. But at the same time, you're not going to be a perfect dad. You're not going to be a perfect mom. You're not going to be you're just not going to be perfect in this area. So for me, it's like, why are you expecting her to be this perfect mom? And you don't know what a perfect mom is. All you have is your visual, what you want for your kids. When you guys decided to have kids, did you sit down and set rules of how you wanted your child to be raised before you made a baby with her? Because 99.9% you didn't. So you got what you got. Because sometimes you can go, well, I raise my kids this way, or I'm going to do this way. There's those conversations. Usually people have those arguments and debates in the beginning, and they work it out in the beginning. But if you just had sex with her, and you guys was just in a relationship, and boom, she came up pregnant, and y'all still didn't discuss it, you can't knock her for what she is. You don't know how it feels to be pregnant. You don't know that tiredness. You don't know that tiredness and how to have these kids sitting over here screaming and yelling about something. You're pregnant, you're tired, your body's sore, the baby inside is having a good time. It's a jungle gym in there for them. So that wears your body out because the baby is having a good time, kicking your butt, swinging on your ribs, just having a jungle gym and having a good time, and you want that baby to be healthy. These ones crying, I want a bed, I want a juice, can I go outside, can I have some candy, can I have this, get in it? Mom so hit me. They looked at me though, they talked to me, Mom, and you want that child to be excited? Like, where did you get that from? You want her to be, and I didn't mean to call the woman a child, but you want her to be this magnificent woman that you see on TV with 15 kids and pregnant and do it. That's false. It's a lie.
Well, then
and every pregnancy is different.
In a stable home too. That's stressful.
What's a stable home?
Well, if it's not consistent, if you're staying, have different people, you're staying with somebody else.
Wait a minute. This is year 2020. Everybody's doing that.
Doing
that's stable now.
Right.
That's the new stable.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, unless you have some kind of something. It takes two incomes now to make a
but it's always taking a village to raise a kid.
Absolutely.
That's why I agree with you, Lauren, in the sense of you can't sit there and go, oh, just because I'm in a home and I got this and this is how see, the thing is, he seems like his house is more structured.
It probably is.
Like that. And so people...
And I applaud you on that.
The people who live like that tend to judge others that don't. You know what I mean? And then they go, oh, well, you know what? You should do it this way. You should be, and then because your life is not looking like yours, it's not mirroring yours, all of a sudden it's like, well, she ain't doing right, because it's not looking like yours. Because you think yours is right. Well, but there's two different dynamics of households. I tell people that all the time.
There's a lot of that. I mean, and then, of course, how people were raised, and back in the till we have the
Yeah.
millennials
Right,
now,
right.
where we had
It's
where
totally
we
different.
we're totally we like in people in my generations, we were raised to get up, move away from the home, buy your own home, do this and fend for the family. When you're ill, your parents are ill, they come home and you make that's where the mother-in-law suites and all that stuff came from. But nowadays, the way that
But you're at home.
right now, just the common rent now for like a one bedroom is anywhere from $9,000 to $2,000 or more. And if you don't make around $50,000 or $60,000, or if you just make a minimum wage, I mean, the minimum wage is going so far to the point where companies are folding and folding. So it's going to crash.
Yeah.
We already know this. I mean, we're going towards a crash because something got to give.
Right.
But, and it's not. But like I said, I applaud you for what you have achieved and obtained and what you got. And you do have a secured home. But materialistic stuff doesn't really make a home.
Right.
I've seen people, and you hear those rich people got 15 bathrooms, 17 bedrooms, this, that, and the other stuff, and they're crazy as a Bessie bug. But I'm saying, and there's abuse and murder and everything else in there. But also, she is the mother, and you are the father. And when she comes with you, she gets that lifestyle.
Yeah.
When she goes with her mom, she gets that lifestyle. You want to try to make it as consistent, but what you don't want to do is
They have a son and a daughter.
right. You don't want them. You don't want the kids to feel and manipulate on your guys' relationship because they can do that. And because you are more stable and you can provide more things, they will act like they need more things because they don't get it from their mom. And of course, you're going to feed into that. So you have to be that mother's biggest fan, whether you like it or not.
And sit down and talk to her.
Yeah, true.
Like, really have a conversation. Hey, you know what? I feel our kids did this. Because she could then tell you, oh, no, they do this, this, and this at home. That was one of the things I realized when I had kids or foster kids or anything like that, and they go with their parents and stuff like that. They go into this needy state with them. But with me, they know how to clean, cook, make their bed clean. Right. They knew how to do a lot of stuff. But because that's what I required at my house.
Right.
But over there, I'm so hungry tonight to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But here cooking full dinner. They have a whole dinner night at our house. Yeah. But they have that. And so if you don't have that communication, what Lauren is saying is they're going to play you. Yeah. They're just going to play you.
They do that. They do on purpose.
And that's the thing you have to understand. Kids know when they can play the game, and they're going to play the game if you allow the game to be played.
All they have to see is discord. And then both of them is going to be the same way. So you really want to pull together and just like Lydia and Joy was saying, be a cohesive family for the kids for that time. You live the difference. Don't judge. Neither one. Mm-hmm. She can't judge you because you have the big house on the hill. You don't judge her because she has a big apartment in the valley. You just have to do what's best for the kid. And the kid don't know, but she may be teaching the kid that this is hard to get. Where you're teaching the kid, this is what you get when you if you work hard and blah blah blah, and then she's showing him how to struggle to get that. Because what I see right now is a whole lot of I want with a lot of less I'm doing, and that's where we going. That's where we are today. So pull your resources together and work together. You both are parents.
And the other thing is, I want to look at this kind of listening to what everyone is saying in this particular situation. I mean, even though his life may look, like I said, a little more stable or better, or whatever, help her out. If there's some things, she's struggling with or whatever, or, I don't know, I guess you'd say, be more positive, be more uplifting, more helpful. You know, if there's is there something that you need? You know, what
Right,
I mean?
like if it's
you
school
want
time,
a
if
little
she's
more,
struggling,
you
then
know,
buy the school clothes and
Yeah, or something,
or do something. But yeah, don't tear each.
Yeah,
I thought this
it-
world is just going to
it is.
hell
That's
in the
all I
hat
was
basket.
thinking.
I mean,
And everybody
is
has this me attitude. Me,
Yes.
me, me, me. Well, I don't want to do that because I don't.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna use me.
Uh-uh.
Why can't you show your children what a man is supposed to do, regardless of what the woman is doing? Let's show what the man can do.
All
Okay,
right.
so none of these other kids are mine, and I don't know what she's doing, but I'm gonna make sure my kids and those other kids is gonna eat. I'm not just
Right.
gonna worry about my kids. I'm gonna buy some groceries in
Exactly.
here, and my kids gonna have some new clothes, and I might even buy the other kids some clothes just to help out
Right.
because I'm a man.
Right.
Oh, and I got it. If you don't have it, you don't have
No,
it.
we don't have it. Don't
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
I'm not saying go broke to try to help her, and then you struggling at jobs. I'm not saying it.
not
But I'm saying, do you understand when a child is living with somebody 24/7?
Tell
There's
them.
all these different things that you have to constantly keep up with. You get your kids whenever you get them. So if your lights off on Monday, you can get them back on by Thursday. It don't affect your kids because they're coming in on Friday.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's different things that I got to keep mine on all the time.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
And if it don't, now we got to figure out. I got to go stand in line for 18 hours by myself while the kids is in school, or they got to be on my hip to get the lights back on. Groceries, now I got to go get these free groceries, and then half the time when you get free groceries, and thank goodness for the free groceries, and I'm not complaining about it, but it be food that you don't
don't
use.
normally
You
use,
don't.
yeah,
You ain't
yeah.
cooking with no canned potatoes. You want the real potatoes. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, the real potatoes cheaper than the can. Why
Yeah,
can't I
yeah.
have the real potatoes?
Right.
You know, they have all these different stuff that people don't take in effect, and especially things that you could be allergic to,
Yeah,
or your kids could be allergic to. Because lately, kids are allergic to almost every dang thing. Just
Right.
breathing, they're allergic to.
Right.
So you don't know the different things that somebody's going through when they have the child full time. It doesn't belittle what you're doing, and it doesn't make you feel like, oh, should I keep my kids all the time? No, you got to understand they got siblings. You want them to stay with their siblings and be close, unless you have siblings over here too. But don't just, I want to take my child because she's not doing what I want her to do. That is not thinking of the child. That is thinking of yourself.
Right.
And that's what we need to stop doing when we have kids, is stop thinking about ourselves. Let's go outside.
Look at the full picture.
I've seen this one guy, and it was amazing to me. He had a child with this woman, and then he had a child with somebody else or whatever. And then the woman, the one woman had 2 or 3 kids. So he would take all 4 kids for the day.
That was
This is
nice.
all 4 kids for the
That's
day. They
nice.
would go to Oaks Park, or they would go whatever.
That's nice.
They just took them. And I'm not saying everybody needs to do that, but do you know how much that helped her?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you know how much that made the family blend better?
Yeah.
So the other kids wasn't feeling left out.
Right.
Thank you.
And even though they didn't go all the time, they knew, okay, her daddy's going to take us and kick it with us. We're going to have fun with her daddy. You know what I mean? And they had that sense of love, and it actually made your family bigger.
Yeah.
And so his family fell in love with the kids, and so the grandparents would get the kids. So she had a lot of time where she got to breathe,
Yeah.
because this one man decided,
To be a
I'm
man.
going to help. I'm not going to just, because I had a baby, and I'm not just thinking about, oh, she's using or disrespecting me. They end up becoming friends, having a good relationship.
Yeah.
He had a good relationship with the other parent, and
A
these
blended
kids had a
family.
whole bunch of grandparents and
Yeah.
granddaddies.
That's
and
what it's all
uncles,
about, the
and it's
kids.
just so
Yeah.
wonderful. But we don't. We're not thinking about the kids. We're
No,
thinking about ourselves.
That's true.
And I'm so glad that you said that, because that's exactly where my head was going, because I see so much of the opposite. I see so much of, a parent, one particular parent, like in this situation, say for instance, these 2 kids right here, these kids that are at the dad's house, right, living this life. Then once they get around the other ones, then all of a sudden, and they got it all, everything, you know what I'm saying? And then the other ones maybe not have as much as them. And then I see this, oh, well, dad does this for me, and so you're basically, and you belittle the other kids, like, oh, well, he does this for me, he does this. And so that's why I think it's horrible, because you have these kids that may not have as much, and then you have these ones that are being done for, and then they brag to the other kids that don't have.
And they don't realize that bragging is hurting other kids either.
No, they don't.
Because
Sometimes
they're
they
kids.
do, though. Sometimes I've seen deliberate.
Well, that's if they're older.
That's
If they're
why
older,
it's
they
hard,
probably
you
do.
know, and that's harder for them, you know, because a lot of the times I see even the ones that are struggling, they're really kind hearts and they're really trying to, you know, help the mom out or do whatever. But then they got these siblings coming over. Well, Dad got this for me, and then they get hand me down stuff or whatever from, and they say got the same dang daddy, you know what I mean, or whatever. And it's like, why are we being treated differently? You know what is this? We got the same parent, but we're being treated differently. You know what I mean? So and when you said that story, that's beautiful. That's how it should be.
It should.
I think it's just you know, like when I had my girls, they were not by my son's dad, but his whole entire family took on my family. They took on every kid I had, and I was just like in amazement. Like, I'm like, I only have one child that's in your family, but I got pregnant, and then, you know, and then when I pregnant my twins, they would come and clean my whole house for me. I mean, it was, you know, they make sure my other.
So it gave you that family dynamic, which makes
Yeah.
you feel comfortable and secure, and you felt like a family, and you didn't feel like you were doing it alone.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that people fail to understand. Regardless of anything,
It ain't about you.
it ain't.
Yeah.
It isn't. Because I have another story I have. This one girl had a child and then got with this man and had some other kids. They broke up and he forgot about the one child. Now the one child the whole time probably thought was the dad until they broke up and found out there was a distinction that it's not the dad. And so he got kicked to the curb. So that's where I had to step in and say, I'm going to grab you.
Yeah.
Because you got somebody.
Right.
You got somebody. Yeah, and people do that a lot. I'm sorry. And people do that a lot. They do that a whole lot, and they don't understand what the problem is. And I'm like, because you're disrupting a family. Don't act like you daddy because you're with the girl, and then when you break up with the girl, you no longer daddy.
Right.
Don't do that. That's
And
horrible.
That's just horrible to the child. It's so traumatizing to the child.
And vice versa.
That's very, very traumatizing.
It is for that kid.
Because I mean, that just but I mean, I know it's going on. I mean, that's the thing about it is, and a lot of times it's because these people who are having these kids are really not mature. They just think of them. They're thinking of themselves. They think of their feelings. You know what I mean? They like, oh, this is and like she's saying, it's not about them. It's about the kids. So you have to get beyond all that stuff, which a lot of people aren't doing.
That's because of society.
No, it's
not what you. It's not what you see. Because if you don't see it, you don't know to do it. And if you're not raised to do it, you don't get it. And a lot of people are not raised like we used to be back in the day, where the village raised the kids.
Right.
So the neighbors got to help raise your kids. Now you know, go over there with your mama. You know better than that.
Right.
No, now they do that. Let me tell my kid what to do.
Right.
So you don't have that anymore. And then so they don't know. Nobody knows how to be a man. Nobody knows how to be a woman because nobody's being a man or a woman anymore.
Right.
They're being kids.
Right.
These grown
Kids that
adults.
are grown up.
Yeah, because they had kids young,
Yeah.
or whatever whatever their situation was when they were growing up.
Yeah.
They didn't have a stability to see what a man is supposed to be,
That's true.
and what a
there's
woman is
so
supposed
many
to be.
people that don't really know.
They don't.
Don't have examples of what a good man, because there's so many men that aren't in the homes, or you know.
And when a man come in a home, they're coming in disrupting the home.
Right.
Or if they do be good,
They
they
come
good
in there
until they break up.
Yeah.
Taking.
They come in there
Yeah.
selfish
Like I
agenda.
said, watch out. Like even now, I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey, tax season. Be warned, y'all. Don't let these men try to come up to you because they know your taxes is coming.
Oh, don't even do that one because women be showing them. I got my taxes, so I can get me a man. I got my taxes. No,
That's seasonal. That's
and one that is it should go back into your household.
That's slavery.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
slavery. Let me see your teeth. I got my taxes.
Exactly what it is.
Ah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's so sad that people don't get it. They don't get it. I mean, even to it goes so. This is like a broad conversation
Yeah, it is.
because it goes more than just that. It goes to families and kids. Like I have my child and my family sat there and got in the way in our relationship.
Right.
So it's just because it's a childish mentality, and they never thought about my child. They just thought, how can I attack Lydia? They never thought about my child.
Right.
And what the effect that you were going to do to my child.
Yeah.
You only thought about how can I hurt Lydia? And that's the thing is like, you guys are using these kids as pawn.
Yeah.
My one daughter, now she's my foster daughter, but I claim her as my daughter. She will get mad at me for, I mean, if I blow, "Ooh, I'm mad now. Mama did this, and you don't love me and my kids." And so, but I've told her plenty of times, you can't hold your kids over me. You don't want your kids around me, that's on you. That don't got nothing to do with me. You hurt your kids before you hurt me.
Yeah.
I'm grown.
Yeah.
I can deal with it. They're the ones, kids, they can't deal with it.
Yeah. They want to see.
Yeah. And then so even like her, she has her baby daddy. She just had a newborn, and her baby daddy, she said, he could see the baby at DHS, and I was like, well, that's uncomfortable.
No,
I don't want to see my newborn baby at the DHS office. No. I don't want my newborn baby with all them germs.
Yeah.
You think, well, she's not thinking that, well, because he's going to want to have sex. Well, can you have a mediator, the same mediator that's going to be at DHS? Can that same mediator here?
Can you just say no?
I guess she was trying to say, like, he raped her. He was going to rape her. I don't know. But my thing is, can that same mediator be at your house? Yeah. He already knows where you live. Yeah. So can the mediator just come to your house?
Yeah.
And she got mad, I hung up, and I'm like, I'm thinking about your child. I can care less about how you feel.
What you got going on?
You make this right. You have ran off the other two daddies. So none of them is participating in this child's life. So you have a daddy that wants to participate, and you're trying your best to run off because he's not doing what you want him to do. You are running nothing. And whoever told you was is wrong.
And that's the whole thing about in the sense of using the children as the pawn. Which
they do it all the time.
You're trying to say. So we got here using the children as pawns, and then also the children taking advantage of the fact that they can, But
my thing is, this is what I say. Children don't really understand what they're doing.
What they're doing.
They don't really get that. They just saying, I can get daddy to do what I want him to do.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a conversation the day because when we were laughing, because my daughter, she kind of randomly said something because she's been sneaking and drinking coffee, and of course, when we were growing up, we couldn't drink coffee. And so they said, "You drinking coffee?" And she said, "Oh yeah, whatever." And I said, "Yeah, but see, I'm not the one giving it to her; it's my sister." And so like, "Yeah, she does it sometimes, whatever." And then my sister goes, "We used to drink coffee with Dad all the time." And my mom said, "You did?" She had no idea. And he was like, "That's the past." I was like, and we all just now. We were like, "Oh yeah, we was drinking coffee." And mom's just like, "What?"
And they do that. I mean, but you have different mindsets.
Yeah.
Like men don't go with traditional.
Right.
If you drink coffee, it's gonna stump your growth.
Yeah.
They don't. That's not logical to them, so it's not making sense to them. Where we like, don't put your purse on the ground because you're not gonna have any money. Yeah. We have so many rules you can't even breathe. Like you gotta. Is this all right? Can I do this? And I'm gonna still be a woman, right?
Yeah.
We have so many different rules. And we believe each of the rules are important. But my thing is, what gets on my nerves, and this has been a pet peeve of mine for a while, is we neglect what a man wants to do with their kids. Yeah. Like they got to follow all the woman's rules with the kids. Yeah. And I'm like, let them. Like your dad had drinking coffee with. That was probably you guys' bonding moments where y'all all sitting drinking coffee and you felt like you was grown drinking something, but it was just coffee. Yeah. And that was a bonding moment. Now if your mom would have found out, she would have cut that, and that ended.
She was cutting.
Yeah, but to say that would have ended that bonding moment that you guys had. And I think sometimes as women we have to let go. Let the man make some mistakes.
Yeah.
We got to make mistakes. As every woman in the world has a child, we have made mistakes with our kids. Yes. We have made some mistakes with our kids. And then we are overly protected, so we don't want them to play certain games and certain this and that. Because me, I was fighting football Period. One, I was really fighting it for my own reasons, and that is I don't like football.
Yeah.
And then my excuse was he can get hurt, and my husband was like, he's a boy, he gonna get hurt. He gonna get hurt regardless if he play football or not, because he gonna be on the jungle gym doing stuff he ain't supposed to. So that couldn't win, and I was like, finally, I don't want to be outside in the cold watching these kids run back and forth. I don't know what they're doing.
Right.
I just don't want to do it. But you know what ended up happening? I was a football mom. I was up there every day cheering loud, doing this, daughter doing the cheerleading. I'm helping her. And, go, you do what the coach said. I was more active in it than I ever thought I was going to be. But a lot of times it was selfishness. I'm just going to tell you, it was selfishness on my part. But my thing is, if we don't let the man stumble and fall, how will they be great dads? They got to learn their kid too. They got to learn their kid. Me, I was getting my kids my kids have a whole bunch of daddies. Anybody could come get my kid. But they had to be good men. They had to be a working man, treating your woman right. I don't want you around no deadbeat man. I always wanted you around positive. If I saw you was deadbeat, I kind of tilted you over here and over here. Like my brother-in-law just ain't right. So you can play with him right here in front of us. Can he come over? Oh, he got something to do. He got dance class. He got football. He has something to do. Because my thing is, I did want him to see, one, I don't want to make a race thing. I wanted him to see positive black men doing positive things with their children and with us. And if they wanted to put my kid in there, that's what I wanted them to be around. So when they grow up, they can be... They have a whole bunch of black and positive men, role models that they can found themselves out there.
You see a lot of negative.
You do.
When it comes to
and you don't know how many positive black men are out there. So that's what I put my kids around there. I want my female daughter to be there. I want my female daughter, my daughter to be around, my son to be around those things so they can see it. So they'll know how it's not just your daddy. It's all these. So you have a whole bunch of daddies over here. They helping me. That's where the village raises kids. Because you get to see that positiveness. And so a man can sit there and say, hey, instead of, trying to take the child from her and disrupt her life, why don't you do such and such and such? Okay, I know you want your son to be tough, but you're being a little too hard. Let him find his voice. Let him find his way. You have all these different teachers for your kids, and not only are they teaching you, they're teaching your kids, they're teaching you, because they don't want you to make the same mistakes they made. And those are the good things that I think let go. I just think we let it go.
I agree. I think for this gentleman here, then I think instead of trying to
take them away,
trying to divide, right? Like I said, you might need to blend and then go, because you got a lot going for yourself. Share. Always give back to your community. And you don't have to love the mother. You don't have to. That's what's so silly. I do this if I love this. And no, you don't have to do that.
You don't.
You just have to. And I think we did that with black businesses and stuff like that. If I don't like you, I'm not going to your business. No, it has nothing to do. It's not about that. All it is you just you being positive and you taking the positive step. And you go and do that and help as you go along. And I don't mean monetarily and all this. I'm talking about just being the model that was like what Lydia was saying, is being that model not only to your children but to all children. You'll find yourself more encouraged, and you'll find yourself more blessed if you do it that way than the way that you're going to conquer it. Right now, even though you may be right, unless you see totally complete abuse, but you have never said that. It's not that. It's just that you think you can do a better job than she can. That's okay though.
And the thing about it is, life isn't. I don't know. I can't explain it, but especially kind of what I was listening to what Lauren was saying. That's a lot going on. If that woman has children already and she's pregnant, the hormones are crazy.
Yes, and is really
the children that you have with her are 3 and 4. So I know hers is little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's stressful. That's very stressful.
Yes.
You got, you pregnant. You got, so it's like, okay, that's a lot going on, and the hormones is all over the place. I had babies back to back, and my body was not normal for quite a while. It took my body actually got in a mode, almost like baby mode, like, okay, let's have a baby every 9 months. It was like really weird. Like, so even when I wasn't having any more babies, my body was still like, okay, there's another baby coming in 9 months. It took a long time for it to adjust and be an actual just regular. So my kid's dad didn't even know. Like I said, I told him, you don't even know who I am because I've been pregnant so much. So that means I've been this crazy lady, hormonal crazy lady, this whole time. And then it took my body such a long time to even get adjusted after the fact. Because, and then also too, if you try different birth control, things like that, those will make you all crazy too. So the thing that and the other hormones you enter your body. So women are very hormonal and we can be crazy and stuff like that. So she's in a time in her life where she's trying to find some, she's trying to get some stability going for the kids that she has herself. And you gotta meet her there. You gotta meet her there. You know what I mean? Like where she's at.
There you go.
And like Lauren said, it's right now, which I love the word. I love this word, and when people master it, it's just great that co-parenting, because a lot of people are not together. They don't stay together these days. But if you guys can find a way to co-parent, great. It's a beautiful thing. It is. It's a beautiful thing. And like Lauren said, it's not. If we get our mindset out of stop being in our feelings and self. And know that the thing about it is, once you lay down and have these kids, and I always say this, and which is hard for me to get people to understand. I used to say it to my kid's dad, and he didn't have kids, but you no longer the decisions you make in life, you have to think about them because there's consequences, and people are watching. You have little people watching you now, and so you should live your life a little more responsible, a little differently. Because they're looking and seeing everything that you're doing.
But I think where the difference comes from that is, it's easy for a woman to mature when you have kids because she always has the kids.
Yeah.
It's hard for a man to mature when he only gets the kids on the weekend.
Yeah.
And like I said, the kids are 3 or 4. If you want to have joint custody, that's fine. If you feel like she's going to stop you from having your kids or something like that. Because I do agree with having joint custody just to make sure there's no obligation. Nobody can tell you when you can see your kid.
Right.
And if you want to spend more time with your kids, talk to them, spend more time.
Communicate.
But but don't just go out and want to take the child, Do it the right way. Come at it the right way. Because right now,
and then I think and understand your motives, because sometimes we don't know, and you may not know your alternative motives, ulterior motives. Yeah. You may not. You may be resentful because she's moved on or something, or how you guys broke up, and you may not think that still, you may not think that that's it. A lot of times you don't even know why you're just looking at it and you go, I can't stand that person, and you don't know why, but there might be resentment. So you can't see the positive. But like I said, like we're all saying, you got to get out of self. Yeah. You got to. And you got to look at your kids and think about them. Judging. And then that is the mother of the kids, no matter what, no matter how, no matter where. And those other kids are your children's sisters and siblings. Yes. And so this is where the metal meets the road. You got to be a man. And see, it's easy to be a male. It's easy to be a male because we were all born either female or male.
There you go.
But to really be that man, to step up, you gotta forgive the dumb stuff.
Yeah.
And be that man for your children, and you will see and you will find that you have really matured when you can look at the whole picture and not just that little speck in somebody's eye.
And I'm also go back into this real quick, because what she said is so powerful. So I want the ladies to listen to it too. Because you women that have a kid ain't mad because he ain't with you no more or whatever the case may be, and you want to withhold your child from him. Again, the man might be hurting, but you're hurting your kids worse. And that's a damaging effect that you're doing on your kids, withholding your children from their dad. If your dad makes a mistake, let him make the mistake. You had the time to make the mistake. I don't know how much more I can say about that, but what she said was so powerful, and I really wanted that for the ladies as well, because you have more ladies withholding the children from the man than you have a man saying, I want to take the child from the woman. And I think it's very important that women stop doing that, because it's irritating and makes all those other women look bad, and you're hurting your kid. You're not really, I mean, the man's hurting, yes, they want to see their child, whatever. But you are damaging that child, especially if one daddy can see the child and the other can't, or all your kids ain't allowed to see the daddy because they don't want to be with you. That was your choice to lay down. That was not your kid's choice. And don't use, oh, I'm scared he gonna hurt my kids. I'm scared. Well, did he hurt him? Well, I'm stopping it before it happened. What showed you that it was gonna happen? What told you that he was gonna hurt your children? These are things that you need to think within yourself, because sometimes you make excuses to be evil towards the men.
Also, then when you do that, what she was saying is so true. And that man marries and then has a child, and then all of that love that he wanted to put on your child, he puts on this other piece of child. Then you have the audacity to turn back around and say, look, he does more for that child than he did for mine, because you was the blocker in that one. So you think about it. Like I said,
yes.
We are living in a narcissistic time.
Yes.
And I mean, we're so bad right now, it's ridiculous. So let's stop.
Yes.
And love. And I'm going to tell everybody, come on, get into this fast with me. Yep. Everybody, get into this fast with me. Do not say anything but positive things about anybody. Not one negative. Do not talk about nobody. Do not do that. Everything you find a positive in somebody for the next 40 days. You got it? Everybody do it. Just do it. Find a positive, and then you'll find a positive in your life. Because if you always see in the negative, guess what? You got it inside you. So always look for the positive, no matter what. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do because this society has made us so negative. Right. I'm getting ready to negative my dog, but he's the cutest little dog. Well, no, don't you know? He's the cutest little dog. But find the positive in everybody, in every situation. Never look at the negative. Find it. Do not speak on the negative. Do that. And you'll see your life prosper. I say 40 days, but if you can go longer, matter of fact, make it a lifestyle. But I'm saying for 40 days, nothing negative coming out of your mouth. 40 days. Got it.
From now or from...
Do it from now. I'm keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm keep going because I found like I started, but I've been seeing the positive in everything, and everything is going thing. Now negative things come my way, but I overlooked that and look at the positive. And sometimes I used to have to just call. I said, Jesus, Jesus, because that's as positive as I can get. Jesus, and for some reason, that's it. Jesus. So that's it. I'm asking everybody, get on that fast. Find the positive, never the negative.
There you go. Sounds good.
All right, you guys. This has been an awesome topic. It's an awesome day. You guys, meet us here next time on the Talk It Out Show. Have a good one.